lot to get through in this article. Hello, everyone. I am Mecha Random 42, your favorite YouTube harpy. I've got the original tweet up here that I saw this on, and then we'll link into the article. So, from geeksandgamers.com, shout out, good friends of my channel, of all of us in the Fandom Menace here. Kind of in charge of the Fandom Menace in a lot of ways. Rumor has it, and it's not confirmed, that Robert Downey Jr. might come back in a Disney plus Ironheart series, or Disney plus Ironheart series. And word is that Marvel wants to cast Riri Williams as the teenage genius and Tony Stark protege. Alright. Well, if you guys do like my channel, thumbs up and sub and share and all the things. And here's where I piss off everybody. So, Marvel movies and comic book movies, right? They tend to be aimed at like 13-year-old boys for the most part, comic book stuff. Now is not so much the case. I mean, ever since I was, of the age where, kind of girls were getting into more gaming and everything, there's always been girls into the geeky stuff, even though it's usually a male-oriented thing, right? 12-year-old boys are going to make fun of this girl's name, right? They really, really are.
Retard, man. Never go full retard.
Yeah. Oh, there's a couple of ways. In my generation, all right, first off, in my generation, they would use that as slang when they were referring to somebody as mentally disabled or challenged. They would say, you're a Riri, right? And I'm not being ableist, I'm just quoting. Kids are not social justice warriors. Kids are not politically correct. Kids are jerks. They're going to see that name and make fun of it. And in this day and age, kids and adult kids like myself are going to make jokes at the expense of this name and say, Riri Williams, Ree is right there in her name. Are you going to make her an angry, male-bashing, sort of type? Because we already know I guess it's an African-American character in the comic, which seems to be kind of, like, they're repeating some of these later comic things in the movies, right? The later era comics that, in everybody's opinion, who works in the comic industry, seem to be the ones that are really, really turning customers off. Because they're getting a little preachy, they're getting a little in your face, they're getting a little insulting to characters we already like. I mean, look who's on screen, right? Robert Downey Jr. That's who we want to see. That's going to be the thumbnail on my video too, is Robert Downey Jr. Because Robert Downey Jr. is the star. Random chick they have cast as Riri Williams is not the star. Right? And not only that, you're going to go into this whole Wokemon category where you're basically replacing Iron Man with a character that's exactly Iron Man. That they're going and appropriating all their abilities. I know she's supposed to be a genius and she built the suit. I've heard enough of the story to know I don't care about her. She seems like she's coming in and appropriating an existing character. And you know what we do? We call that? We call that a double shiny Wokemon when they come in and they race and gender swap an existing character.
Double shiny, race and gender swap.
And that is what this is. In my opinion, it is a double shiny Wokemon that they're going in to try and continue this little trend. It's a trend at this point. Like, they don't care about diversity. They don't care about representation. If they did, they would make damn well sure you have a good character that stands on their own and doesn't need to, piggyback off an existing character. It's like these characters aren't strong enough to stand on their own. But let's take a look at this article here. Robert Downey Jr. may return to Iron Man in a Disney Plus project. We all know and love him, and fans have been petitioning to see the return of Iron Man. Well, everyone may get to see Iron Man again sooner than we thought. Fans were shocked when they learned of Iron Man's death in the Marvel box office hit Avengers Endgame, where he died heroically. So spoiler for Endgame if you haven't seen it. I mean, I guess if you really cared about the spoiler, you probably would have seen it by now. It's September. Marvel fanatics all around the world are paying respects to Stark. We're paying respects to Stark after he sacrificed himself in order to defeat Thanos and save the rest of the universe. But have we seen the last of Iron Man? Rumors are now coming to surface that fans may see Robert Downey Jr. return as Iron Man in a new Disney Plus project. Probably, here's the thing. She probably finds the technology or something, is figuring out because she's bored, not because she, needs to avenge anybody, not because, like Spider-Man or Batman or most of the characters that come before them, their parents died, so they want to go and try and fight crime. There's no, she's bored. She's bored. She's just perfect in every way and just can build Iron Man stuff because, any bored little teenage girl can do that, right? Fans have been speculating the return of Iron Man in the form of an AI version. That's what I was thinking. He's probably going to be like in the Gem and the Holograms movie that I skipped. The kind of the mentor thing is coming through some sort of technology. Like, hey, this is my notes. This is what I did. This is what I didn't do. This is for my kid who should be who would make more sense cinematically to put it. And I know there's gonna be a lot of people who are mad that he kind of set up the kid as the next successor, right? Or even Peter Parker. This is kind of yes, it's true to the comics, but God, who cares, right? If at this point about staying true to the comics, the people who are coming in now are the normies, or the people like me. I guess more of a normie when it comes to the comic book stuff, being more Star Trek, Star Wars. I'm kind of coming into this as, hey, this is kind of like a new version of Star Wars, right? For me, I don't care about what's going on in the comics. I saw, okay, Tony Stark saved the entire universe and figured out a way to also save his kid that happened in the post-snap, right? So as a moviegoer, that would almost make more sense that you kind of set her up, any sort of successor, because the comics don't seem to be doing, what's the word? They don't seem to be selling in this modern day and age, right? They really don't seem to be. As somebody who keeps hearing left and right, see, I'm like the normie comic book person coming in, This is back in the day when I used to like, if I would have seen these, right? If I would have seen these back in the day, when I was flipping through the spinners, first off, I would have been, okay, why is there a chick Iron Man? If I really, if I were like a comic book person for the superheroes back then. Because when I was buying comics, keep in mind, I was a girl in the late 80s, early 90s. I was, 8 to 12 in that area. And I was buying EC Horror, I know, because of Tales of the Crypt. I mean, that was big. And I was buying Archie because that was what I was interested in because I was a girl, right? I was more interested in those, right? I didn't, I would have flipped past this knowing enough about comics to know, why is this a chick version of that? And I would have been, I don't want a chick version of that because we already have that. I don't know. It's just weird. I mean, look at the Tales from the Crypt comics that I did read. The Crypt Keeper was its own character. The Vault Keeper was its own character. And the Old Witch was her own character from the Haunt of Fear, right? So you had these characters. You could have the diversity in the female stuff, right? But this is I don't know if he's going to even be that much in the series, right? If it's going to be an Iron Man series, it would probably be an Ironheart series. Well, and keep in mind now, here's something that he says. The writer of Ironheart introduces Robert Downey Jr. Now this Twitter handle, this verified twit over here, says the real story here is that Robert Downey Jr. said publicly in a room full of people that Ironheart should be in the MCU. I went straight back to the press area afterward and I was like, you all heard it, write that down. Okay. That's not like an issue or a problem. I don't care about the character. I just care that, like, as a fan of Robert Downey Jr. and a fan of Iron Man, for the movies, I don't think it's going to make a lot of sense to a lot of the normies. And the only people who you're going to impress are the Twitter brigade, or the what is it? Robin Midnight's Edge calls them the Twitterati. That's going to be who this is going to pander to, right? And that's great. You want characters to look up to. You want characters who look like you to look up to. Fine, I get it. I still look up to characters who don't look anything like me. I don't Yoda is always my favorite in Star Wars. Doesn't look anything like me. Not any remotely the same at all. But whatever. You guys do you. And this is just a rumor at this point. So I'm just kind of reacting to what I think the normies and the word around the street is going to be. Been rambling a bit on this one. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. I am Mecha Random 42, and I will see you guys on the next video, live stream, or wherever. Bye! Thanks for watching. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye!